Hello Scorpio, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the person that is on your mind currently. Let's get into it. Scorpio. Sensing there's a soulmate for some of you that's on your mind. You have a strong suspicion that this person's your soulmate. I'm just going to say that off the cuff. Alright. Some of you are definitely trying to recover from some financial loss here. For others of you, you're trying to recover from someone who juggled you. Someone who juggled you. Someone who brought a lot of happiness to your life. Someone or something, I should say. Maybe this was something, some sort of material loss here. Maybe there was a job that was juggling you back and forth. For many of you, though, I'm getting this is relational. This person made you very happy. They felt like your soulmate. If you're wondering if this person's keeping tabs on you, the answer is yes. You may also be trying to keep tabs on this person. It looks like one or both of you want a reconciliation after what was a break in communication here. It seems to me, Scorpio, you got really exhausted of all the juggling. And like I said, to do with this may actually tie in. There may have been some sort of financial loss here. You guys could have lived together and maybe, sort of separating caused a lot of financial burdens upon both of you. And I think it's, it's always been my personal opinion. It's sad. The culture that we live in today is very sad that it does take two incomes just to pay rent, just to make that house payment, just to make those car payments. It's really sad. I've seen so many people in unhappy relationships and marriages, and they can't leave. And many don't want to. They want to stay and fix it, which is amazing. I think that you should always try and fix it, That's very important. Well, not always, but in certain circumstances, you should try and fix it. But I know many couples who are extremely unhappy with each other, and financially they need both incomes. And many of them have young children where it's like they don't want to raise the kids on their own. We've created a society, if I can get the words out, where you literally need two incomes just to live. And it can be really hard when there's a breakup or a separation, especially of the serious variety. When that split happens, it can cause a lot of financial insecurities, a lot of financial burdens, literally having to recover financially. Right? And for many of you, I am getting that was tied into it. But not only that, this person made you so happy. It's like they were the bright spot within your day. And you're both, I feel like you're both really wondering when reconciliation's going to happen. You're really wondering if this person's going to reach out. For some of you, you're wondering if maybe you should reach out. Let's see. Should Scorpio reach out to this person? The Lover's card. What was underneath that? Okay, you have a lot of anxiety about it, but honestly, if you feel like reaching out, obviously always do what you want to do, but the cards are saying yes. The cards are saying what I said in the beginning of this reading, Scorpio. This is your soulmate. You are dealing with a soulmate, and soulmates don't always have to be what we see in the movies or TV shows. A soulmate can very well be someone that comes into our lives for a very specific reason, and we can sense it. We just don't always know what that reason specifically is. Death card reversed again. Some of you are dealing with another Scorpio or somebody who has a Scorpio moon or rising. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that not only do you want a reconciliation with this person, they're craving this very much. The anxiety's through the roof, but this connection's, it's an undeniable one. It's one that you both feel. Not just surface level either. It's one that you both feel intrinsically and truly, deep down in your soul and your hearts. That sounds like a Hallmark card, but I mean it. Let's see here. How does this person feel at the deepest level about Scorpio? They feel like your guard may be up towards them. They also feel like you're very decisive. You're very cutthroat sometimes in your communication. But that just makes them like you all the more. That just makes them want to come in all the more. I feel like you're driving this person crazy because there isn't a lot of communication. For many of you, there's no communication. That's why there's so much spying going on. There's been a lot of setbacks when it comes to this connection, and that is an understatement. Again, with the moving, it's like there's some kind of financial burden here due to some sort of move or something like that. And I do not see communication between you and this person being well at all. And that is literally what has caused a breakdown within this connection, this very strong connection. A connection that you're unable to sort of locate elsewhere, if that makes sense. This person just being around them, you're dealing with somebody who has a very high vibration, I feel like, and they're fun to be around. You love being around this person. Many of you may be dealing with a Leo, but it's like when it comes time for this to fully connect, for this connection to fully come together and prosper, it's like something always ends up getting in the way. And right now I'm seeing a heavy financial burden on either one or both of you. This person could live at a distance. That may also be a huge problem. But they're viewing you as very much say it how it is. You're not going to bullshit them. That's how they're viewing you. Let's see here. Scorpio, how do you feel about this person at the deepest level? Okay, again, you've had some pretty bad luck. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Many of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. You've had some bad luck due to finances recently. That's what I'm getting. I'm almost getting like the finances are triumphing over, I think I said that right, over your love scenario right now. Although that's heavily aspected in your mind as well. But there's been some sort of bad luck financially here. And it could be due to like beliefs that you or your person have around money. Always remember, Scorpio, money is a tool. It's a tool, right? And it's so important to be responsible with it. And this is coming from someone who in my 20s was not, okay? I have been in the depths of hell financially. I'm also a 7 in numerology, and that doesn't help. I'm more of a knowledge seeker. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is in my 20s, I didn't necessarily pay attention to my finances, and I ended up in a world of trouble when it came to that. We're way past that at this point in my life. I'm glad I can laugh about these things now. But for those of you that are going through something like that, let me be living proof. You can make it out. I don't care how bad it is. Literally. I don't care if you just foreclosed on your house. I don't care if you just lost your 401k. I don't care if you just lost all your stocks. There's always a way out. There's always something. In fact, I'm a firm believer that sometimes those things happen financially to us to direct us on the path that we're supposed to be on. You know, sometimes the worst things that can happen can direct us financially in such a better way, right? I found my career doing this, being an astrologer, a numerologist, a tarot card reader, obsessed with spirituality. It's always been my obsession. And it was finally in my 20s when, finances weren't that great. I was working a job that I hated. I ended up quitting the job because it was low vibrating. And it kind of forced me, well, why don't I start a spiritual business, So that was kind of a redirection, even though financially at the time was insane. So it's sometimes financial losses can be just leading us in a different direction, the path that we're supposed to be on. We just don't quite know it. And that's kind of what I'm getting here, but I am seeing with the 7 of Pentacles here, it is something that you're wanting to work on right now. For many of you, there could have been bad patterns, maybe addiction of some sort that kind of made the finances dwindle, and that was definitely a part of my situation in my 20s. So again, I'm living proof. No matter what you're dealing with when it comes to that sort of thing right now, you can make it out. You just have to trust yourself and be patient. And most of all, you have to be very disciplined. Be very, very disciplined. So, all right. What's some advice we can give Scorpio? Even though I kind of just gave some, but what's some more advice? Yeah, I'm seeing you, honestly, what I'm getting for some of you is, for some of you, you're being called to find a career in something where you use your intuition. So maybe like spirituality. Maybe this video is for at least 1 or 2 of you out there watching who want to do this exact thing. And again, I'm living proof you can do this. But there's some sort of knowledge here that you may have that other people need to know, whether that's spirituality. Maybe you're great with working on cars. Start a YouTube channel teaching people how to do that because you have knowledge that other people don't have. That's kind of what I'm getting. And then with the 4 of Swords here, I do feel like I'm talking to many of you who have already been sort of thinking about what options you can come up with here to build your finances up, which is great. That's where it starts. All manifestations start with the idea, with just being in this energy, thinking up an idea, and then we take the appropriate steps to get there. But visualizing it, really seeing it, breaking it down into little steps. Okay, we're going to do this, this, and this. What does it look like at those stages? Feel the feeling, the excited feeling of getting that new car. You know, even if it's just pretend. It's all very important, but I see your life just in general heading into much calmer waters. I know that's the, direct term for this card, but I'm seeing that not only for your financial situation, because you are putting in the work, you are thinking about this a lot. And the more you step into sort of teaching what you know, the calmer things are going to get, not only in your professional life, but in your love life as well. Many of you may be a 7 life path or born on a 7 day. 7 in numerology is the number of the genius, the number of always taking in knowledge constantly. Knowledge is like a drug to life path 7s. We need it more and more. I'm a double 7 in numerology, and I can contest to that. It is very, very true, but it's the 7's duty to share that knowledge. And 7s have a tendency to not want to use the throat chakra as much. If it was up to me, being a double 7 and a Libra, the 7th sign, I would love to just sit and learn all day and not talk to a soul. But it is my duty, it is my sole purpose to not only take in all of that knowledge, but to share it with the world. And I'm seeing whether you have 7 energy or not, I'm just strongly getting that you're really being called to share whatever knowledge you have. And that's going to be a source of great abundance for you. So this was definitely more of a financial reading, but that's okay. I like to just kind of go where the energy goes. Scorpio, I hope this was helpful for you. And as always, I will see you guys next time.